Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this July the 2nd, 2023. I'm hoping everybody had a great Sunday out there. Hope everybody has a great Sunday evening. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Okay, in today's video, we're going to talk about your forecast for Monday and Tuesday. Also, we're going to take a look at the weather radar across the nation as well. Also, we're going to take a look at the watches, warning, and advisory for your locations. And also take a look at the Storm Prediction Center overview and a few other products they offer. Plus, take a look at the storm reports from what occurred this afternoon so far. And also, we're going to take a look at the tropics at the end of this broadcast. Currently, we do not have anything currently, but we'll show you what the tropics look like at this time. Okay. If you're a new viewer and have not subscribed to my channel, consider subscribing. Love to have you. Like these videos, share these videos, and let's go ahead and get the show on the road here, folks. Alrighty. As you can see here, we got quiet conditions from Quebec, Canada, all the way down into southeast Canada. Also down in the portion of Wisconsin, Michigan, down to Chicago, Illinois, over towards Kentucky, over toward Missouri, southern Iowa, portion of Nebraska and Kansas through Denver, Colorado. Also high pressures in charge from western New Mexico through Arizona, California, Nevada, Oregon, and Washington State, around the Seattle, Washington area, and also over toward Vancouver, Canada. High pressure is also in charge for southern Canada and southwestern Canada as well. Also for the California, we can say goodbye to Adrian. Tropical cyclone Adrian is just a post remnant low, and that is out of there. Also, Patrice is gone as well. So currently, there is no named storms in the Atlantic Basin or the Pacific Basin at this time. Alright, we got showers and thunderstorms extending from Montreal, Canada to Toronto, Canada. Also, we have it in Maine, down to Boston, New York, Philadelphia, Washington, D.C., over to Ohio, down through West Virginia, down to the Carolinas, also into the Atlanta metro area, down toward Miami, Florida, including the Florida Keys, southern Gulf of the northern Gulf of Mexico, also over toward the Dallas, Houston area, showers and thunderstorms there as well. Over toward Oklahoma, back to Kansas, through New Mexico, northern Mexico as well. Also, we got rain showers right there, a little bit in southern Canada, near the Canadian-U.S. border. Also down in the portion of Wisconsin, northern Iowa, northern Nebraska, also northern Denver, all the way back over towards eastern Idaho and southern Montana. Over in northern Montana, right along the Canadian-U.S. border there, with some showers and storms. Also in North Dakota and Minnesota. In the yellow slashed area up here from Minnesota back to southern Montana and Wyoming. Severe weather possible in this region. Same as a portion of South Carolina. All the way up toward Philadelphia, Washington, D.C. area, North Carolina. Some severe weather possible in this region here. Also in the red slashed area here. Could be some severe weather. Flash flooding and heavy rain from portion of Ohio all the way into Maine. On your Monday, that would be flash flooding and heavy rain, not severe weather. In the red slashed area, just only the yellow slashed area where the severe weather is possible. Had to get that straightened out because I went and jumped the gun a little bit and said it was the red slashed area with severe weather, but that was just heavy rain and flash flooding. Wanted to get that straightened out there. All right. But anyway, we got Quebec, Canada, all the way down in Montreal, Toronto, Canada, Chicago, Illinois, Ohio, and Indiana, northern Kentucky, portion of Virginia. High pressure in charge of your area of weather, portion of Oklahoma and Texas, central southern Mexico as well. Also back to Arizona, Gulf of California, through California, all the way back into Seattle, Washington, Vancouver, Canada, southwest Canada there as well. High pressures in charge of your area, portion of Montana, North Dakota. Alright, now we got showers and storms from Maine all the way down through Boston, New York, Philadelphia, Washington, D.C., back over to West Virginia, through portion of Virginia, to Carolina, down to Florida, including the Miami area, also the Florida Keys, down to northern Cuba, around Havana, the northern Gulf of Mexico, and also through Houston and Dallas, Texas area, through Louisiana, Mississippi, Arkansas, Missouri, all the way up into the southern Canadian area region there as well, and also into Minnesota and Wisconsin. back over to Montana, Wyoming, Utah, Colorado, New Mexico, and like I said, northern Mexico as well, with some showers and storms there. Also, we got the yellow slashed area, severe weather possible from portions of Colorado all the way into Wisconsin and Minnesota for your Tuesday. Alrighty, let's move on to the weather radar across the nation. You can report them in moving into Ohio, back into Kentucky, also down in Georgia, Tennessee, down into Alabama. As well, southern Florida, back over toward Texas, scattered activity over northern Mexico, also over here portions of Nevada, Utah, Colorado, also a little bit more widespread in portions of New Mexico, and trying to move into Texas there as well. Also more widespread over southern Alabama, and also over here in portions of Kentucky as well. Scattered activity over here around the northern Bahamas, also portion of Cuba. Got some the Puerto Rican island looks a-okay at this time. Hawaii looks good. Also central and southern portion of Alaska got a few rain showers there. Guam currently got some scattered showers around the island as well. All right, let's move on to the watches, warning, and advisory for your locations. All righty. As you can see, we got some flood advisories over portions of southeast and eastern Maine. Flood advisories also in effect for northern New York State, southern New York State, and also up here toward Vermont. Severe thunderstorm watches also in effect up here in the Washington, D.C. area toward New Jersey, Delaware, also into Pennsylvania, also over toward northeastern portions of Virginia. Also, we got more severe thunderstorm watches for West Virginia through portions of Ohio, all the way down to southeast Indiana, all of Kentucky, all of Tennessee, pretty much northeastern portion of Arkansas, northern Mississippi, northern Alabama, north central Georgia, upstate South Carolina, also in the western portion of North Carolina and southwest Virginia. We have some ongoing severe thunderstorm warnings over northeast Georgia. Also around the Atlanta metro area as well. Got some more over here in portion of Mississippi through Kentucky, through Tennessee, Kentucky, northeastern Kentucky. Also, we got a tornado warning up here in portion of Ohio there as well, and also some flood advisories over portion of Ohio also. Also, eastern Michigan got some special weather statement for some strong thunderstorm there as well. Severe thunderstorm watches also in effect for western Oklahoma, eastern portions of New Mexico, and the panhandle of Texas. Got a severe thunderstorm warning there as well. Also, we got heat advisory extending from southeast Virginia through much of North Carolina, much of South Carolina, down into much of Georgia, the Florida panhandle, northern Florida, through southern Alabama, central portions of Mississippi, also southeastern Arkansas, northern Louisiana, southeast Louisiana, eastern Texas, southeastern Texas. Got some special weather statements there as well for you guys. Also got more special weather statements over here in portion of Colorado, also over here in Utah, and also Nevada and California, and also up in Washington State. We got some flood watches also in effect for portions of New Mexico. We got excessive heat warnings in effect for central and southwestern and southern portions of Arizona, southern California, central California. Heat advisories also from southern California all the way to northern California, southern portions of Oregon, western Oregon there as well. Red flag warnings in effect for portions of Washington State, special weather statements for Washington State Southwest, and also got some wind advisory for portions of Montana. River flood warnings still continue to affect for portions of South Dakota and also over in Nevada. A few special weather statements also sporadic about in portions of North Dakota, Minnesota, and again over here in eastern portions of Colorado. Alaska looks good. Southern Hawaii and Chain Island looks, North Island looks good. South side got a few gale warnings there as well. Alright, Storm Prediction Center overview. We're going to get, there we go. As you can see, we got an active weather pattern along the east coast of the United States, extending from Maine all the way back through even portions of the Ohio Valley, south portion of the United States. Scattered activity in Florida, also over here in active severe weather over here in Texas, also into portion of Kansas and also New Mexico and southeast Colorado as well. The convective outlook, you can see where pretty much all the active severe weather is. I can't talk this afternoon, but anyway, we getting there. But anyway, slight risk, enhanced risk, that's where all the severe thunderstorm warnings and watch boxes are. Let's take a look at the watches currently. We have them up here in portion of Pennsylvania, also through Delaware, down into eastern and northeastern Virginia, also over here in portion of West Virginia, all the way back in Ohio and also in Indiana, through Kentucky, Tennessee, all the way down in northern Mississippi, eastern Arkansas, northern Alabama, like I said, northwest Georgia, upstate South Carolina, western North Carolina, and also over here in Texas and eastern Colorado. MPH discussion. Currently, just the current watches that are in effect. This little watch box up here is not going to issue one, but it could be some strong thunderstorm that could produce 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail, locally heavy rainfall, and frequent lightning. All right, let's take a look at the storm reports as of this current recording. Currently, we have 2 tornado reports, generally in Pennsylvania. Wind report, we had 174 of them, and 0 were large. They were generally in portion of Connecticut, Pennsylvania, North Carolina, Virginia border, over here in Ohio, much of Indiana, Kentucky, southern portions of Illinois, also western Kentucky, east, southeastern Missouri, also into northern Alabama, Mississippi, western Tennessee, eastern Tennessee, northwest Georgia, right along the Tennessee, Tennessee, Georgia border, and Alabama border through Alabama as well, southern Alabama, eastern Texas, and also right along the Texas, Oklahoma, and New Mexico border. Hail report, we had 32 of them, 1 was large, generally in the same vicinity up here in Indiana, Illinois, Kentucky, over here in portions of Arkansas, Missouri, also in the portions of South Carolina, like around the Augusta area, right, but right along the South Carolina Georgia border there, around the Aiken Augusta area, also in the Atlanta metro area, and also some around portion of northern Alabama as well. So that brought the total storm reports to 208. I do expect these numbers to climb as the evening wears on in the afternoon, 400 or 500 or maybe a little more as the storm reports keep rolling in. Alright, fire weather, we're all good. All areas are clear, so we're good on that. Alright, and now we're going to finally wrap it up with the tropical weather outlook for the next 48 hours and also the next 7 days. Next 48 hours, tropical cyclone activity not expected during the next 48 hours. Same thing for the next 7 days. No new tropical cyclones are expected during the next 7 days, as the tropics look pretty quiet at this time. And like I said, currently I do not see any activity at this time yet, but maybe toward the end of July and maybe around the 1st of August, activity may start to increase once again. Right now we're just going through a kind of a null phase right now, and nothing to be nothing to be upstirred at this time, because pretty much the upper level winds are currently blowing across the ocean, kind of putting a cap on the upper levels of the atmosphere, so these storms cannot pop anywhere in the tropical Atlantic. Okay, Well, I hope everybody enjoyed this video. Hope everybody continue to stay safe and well. Also enjoy the weather, because it's the only weather you got. Consider subscribing. If you know anybody that would love to subscribe to my channel, send them my way. Love to have them. Like these videos, share these videos, and also enjoy the weather, because it's the only weather you got. And we'll catch you back in the next one.